What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video, which today's video, as promptly titled, is WWE 2K25 Night of Champions Sim, where we will be simulating the whole match card of tonight's Night of Champions. I say tonight's because the day this premieres will be Saturday morning, the Saturday morning of Night of Champions, but also Night of Champions is in Saudi Arabia. So I guess afternoon, morning for it's weird. I don't necessarily know when you'll be watching this or when this will come out. Hold on, rewind. I know when this will come out. It will come out on Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But when the actual pay-per-view will happen or PLE, I don't know. That confuses the crap out of me when it comes to doing international stuff. So the more the merrier for them. Cool beans for them. But we're just going to simulate the match card today, as is usual with the other 2K sims I've done on the channel. But just in case this is your first time for a WWE 2K sim, here are the ground rules. One, all I do is plug and play. I do not control any of the characters that are in the sim. I literally just plug and play, put in the characters to go against one another, and let 2K decide who's going to win the match. I do try to give a prediction before the match starts. Give my take as to who should win or who I think is going to win. But that's it. Plug and play. I do not control anybody. Two, though I am doing that, and this is a simulation and 2K will be choosing, obviously, the winners, I only have control of the match card order. There's never really, I believe, any confirmation as to who or what will be the match order or who's going to go first, who's going to go last, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But in that aspect, it kind of gives me free reign of how to do these matches. So in that aspect, I try to predict what the match card is going to entail. What is it going to be the order? And for Night of Champions this year, there's only 6 matches confirmed. Now, before I continue, I should, already let everybody know I'm filming this the Wednesday before Night of Champions. So Wednesday, June 25th, 2025 is when I'm filming this. So if any other matches are confirmed or put on the card as of Friday Night SmackDown, which takes place on the 27th, the day before the PLE, this one, it will not be on this simulation. Thankfully, so far, there hasn't really been anything that has happened in the previous sims that I've missed out on, except for Money in the Bank, where since earlier in the day they had another PLE in Worlds Collide where it had AAA, which is the Mexican Lucha Libre company WWE bought. They had AAA and NXT kind of put a show together. So in that aspect, there was a match that was made during that PLE that then went on to be on Night of Champions that I couldn't do. And regardless, there's no AAA wrestlers in WWE 2K. But the other PLEs, we haven't necessarily seen anything added on the Friday before. So hopefully that stays the same and we'll be fine here. So with that being said, the 6 matches that I have seen that are confirmed to happen on Saturday, it's John Cena versus CM Punk for the WWE Championship, which I will go ahead and let you know I believe that's going to be the main event. Then is the King of the Ring finals with Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes going against each other. Then the Queen of the Ring finals, Ahsoka versus Jade Cargill. United States Championship match between Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. The Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez street fight that just got added on Monday Night Raw. And then Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross, which I was completely dumbfounded by. Did not anticipate Karrion's first match in forever to be that's going to be televised. Will be on a PLE, but hey, finally, you know. Um, but yeah, those are the 6 matches that I've seen that are confirmed, and those are the 6 matches that I get to play with in the sense of putting them in order. Then the third basic ground rule that I have, or for these 2K Sims, is there's no entrances or entrance music or music at the end when the match ends or anything like that due to copyright issues. Usually, what I have seen is when making these videos or trying to make these videos early on, none of the music will play in these matches due to copyright issues and streaming. So just nip that in the butt and just eliminate all entrances and any background music now while I'm setting up matches. So that's pretty much all the ground rules I have. Again, I just plug and play. All I do is choose the order of the matches, trying to guess if it's correct, and there is no music due to copyright issues. But other than that, that's the basic ground rules of WWE 2K Sims. Um, so yeah, let's just jump in and see what 2K says for these matches, and I will start deep diving into what I believe will be the match card. So, with me already saying John Cena versus CM Punk is probably going to be the main event, which I mean, it's one of the two big championships, obviously WWE Championship or the Heavyweight Championship. Uh, it's the only one of those two that's going to be on the card that has to be your main event, in my opinion. And since the pay per view is called Night of Champions, you won't have the king or the queen of the ring as the main event either. So that eliminates the Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes and the Ahsoka versus Jade Cargill matches as main events as well. I don't believe a match that just got added last minute via Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez street fight will be a main event. Um, that just I just don't think it's going to go well anyways because of Raquel. But anyways, I don't think there's enough story behind it to be a main event. Jacob Fatu versus Solo. I think Solo's lost steam, so I don't believe that will be a main event. And Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Karrion's first match in forever on televised. Anyways, that won't be a main event. So again, the obvious marquee matchup has to be John Cena versus CM Punk. But what will open up the night? Obviously, it's going to be up in the air. But I am going to go with, since it is Night of Champions and it's in the title, and there's only 2 championship bouts for this entire night, you got to kick it off with a championship fight, in my opinion. So, with that being said, I do believe it'll be Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa. That's going to start off the night. So, I'm going to start putting them in. The one thing you'll notice here is King and Queen of the Ring is the ring or the arena I'm going to be using for this 2K sim, only because there is no Night of Champions ring or arena in the game. And anyway, since we already have the King and Queen of the Ring being declared in this PLE as well, they just combined both. So might as well do it for this one. Or put it on this arena. So either way, it's going to make sense. And King and the Queen of the Ring took place last time in Saudi Arabia as well. So that will be the only other kicker for this one. But yeah, let's go ahead and plug and play or plug in Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. Entrances are going to be off. Title match is going to be on. All right. So yeah, with this matchup, Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, I was thinking they were going to wait till SummerSlam to rip off the Band-Aid in this rivalry and then trying to get them to pit them against one another. But I guess we're doing it now. I guess we're doing it for Saudi Arabia. I do believe Jacob Fatu is going to win just because he has the momentum behind him. I think we have seen him surpass Solo in popularity. The only way that he doesn't win is because you want heat on Solo. And you want this uphill battle for Jacob Fatu, but then that takes away from the monstrosity that he can be. So I think that Jacob will retain the championship. Um, and then the only other thing I will say is now that you have JC Mateo in WWE as well, I mean, you could also have Solo win it and then have JC Mateo versus Jacob be a thing. Um, but then after that, it's just like, or you can even set it up as a triple threat later on for SummerSlam. Solo, JC Mateo, and Jacob Fatu. Um, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But let's see what 2K says is going to be the winner of this matchup. Again, I think it will be Jacob Fatu.
This is all for the right to call yourself the United States champion. To put yourself in the echelon of John Cena, Ricky Steamboat, Steve Austin, some of the greats of all time. Over 40-plus years of history for the United States Championship, and a new chapter is written tonight. Oh, God. Boom! What now? Stop right to the gut. Oh, right to the leg. That didn't go as Solo pictured. Double leg takedown, got the shoulders down. And the shoulders up in time. He just powered out there, Cole. Punch connects. Super kick. Isolating their opponent's arm and delivering nasty stumps. Foot was in overdrive there, and the challenger is rocked. The champion just teed off. Our challenger found no way to break free there.
As I feel relatively safe behind this desk, I'll just say it. Jacob Fatu is seriously unhinged.
Very. Oh, over the top. Outside of the ring is not where this guy wants to be. Here we go. Take off. Suicide dive. Took a massive risk, but it might have paid off.
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, Cole, this has the possibility to completely unravel here. Boom! Me.
Solo must be getting phased by this attack.
Call him unhinged all you want, but this is Jacob Fatu's plan coming to fruition right before our very eyes.
Oh, gets blasted into the steel steps. Climbing the turnbuckles to the top.
Measuring him now, lining it up. Up high, through the air, and connects. No matter who you are, when you crash on the floor, a searing pain races through your body.
And that looked like a rag doll being thrown around. That is the champion demanding respect, saying I can control you anytime I want to.
Some mental chess here from Sikoa.
Caught with a lariat. Drops the leg. He may have just slowed Jacob down a bit there.
Sikoa clearly taking out his preternaturally bad mood on the competition. Headbutt to the gut! Ooh! What now? Stop to the belly. Down to Otis, and a double axe handle smash.
Sikoa seems to be executing his game plan.
Jacob's being confident every pass. No holding back. That's the kind of risk you need to take to earn the title. Winding up. Samoan spike. Could that be enough to gain the title?
He kicks out somehow.
Based on what we just saw, I think this match is far from over. Who knows what that kick out cost? The champ might be running on fumes.
I can see it in the eyes from here. Disbelief. Unbelievable how this one is still going on. An overbearing assault on Jacob now.
Unrelenting attacks from Solo.
Oh, we had that scouted.
And Jacob Fatu puts a quick stop to the momentum that was mounting against him.
Good chance for Jacob Fatu to gain his wits about him. Oh, my goodness. Steering clear there. Big forearm.
looking to go high risk from the top rope.
From the top. Diving headbutt. Ooh.
The champ is looking hopeless here.
Taking on so much offense. You got to worry about the lingering effects.
For a big leg drop.
Staggering back up. Maybe to a foregone conclusion. Winding up.
Samoan spike. That might have just sealed the deal of us having a new champ. Tonight, Solo Sikoa enters a whole new stage of his career.
Here is your winner, and new WWE United States Champion, Solo Sikoa.
He won the title. He earned the gold.
He had the championship mindset going into this match, and now he has the hardware to go along with it.
Again, I'm not surprised if it would go this route. Again, you'd be putting a lot of heat on Solo if that were to be the case, and put Jacob Fatu in a chasing after the title type of run, similar to what Cody Rhodes is doing for so long, trying to get the title from Roman Reigns. So it wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. You could also, again, everybody could just turn on one another, and it could be a triple threat at SummerSlam with JC Mateo, Jacob Fatu, and Solo Sikoa going against one another in like a sort of rematch later, but just adding a third person. But yeah, Solo Sikoa is what 2K says is set. 2K. I am tongue tied. Solo Sikoa is who WWE 2K says is going to win. And I'm the one saying that the United States Championship will be the first match of the night. So, with that being said, what will be the second? Since there are two women's matches scheduled for the night, with Asuka and Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley versus Raquel, I think I'm put in a pickle or a bind here. So do we go ahead and do the Queen of the Ring and get that out the way? Or do we go ahead and do the street fight? Rhea Ripley, I do believe, is much more popular. I think she's the leader of the women's division, if we're going to be completely honest, due to her popularity. So with that being said, I can see her going on later instead of second. And Asuka is just coming back, and Jade, she doesn't really have a lot of singles competition under her belt yet, so that might play it safe and have her be the second match. Especially since Night of Champions, granted, back in the day, and this is what I was kind of expecting too when it was first announced, is back in the day, Night of Champions, every title was defended. Now, granted, in the state of WWE where it is now, where they barely have more than 6 matches a night for a PLE, that's going to be hard to come by when you have 2 men's titles, singles titles. You have 2 women's singles titles. You have 2 men's tag team titles. You have the women's tag team title. So that's what, 2, 4, 6, 7 different titles that have to be defended. Granted, there it is. You're 7. All you have to do is just add 1 more. You know what I mean? So either way, it could have been done. So I am kind of disappointed in that aspect. But because of the fact that Night of Champions this year is also highlighting King and Queen of the Ring, we already highlighted one of the championships. I think at this point you do highlight one of the King or the Queens. And I will say you will probably do the Queen of the Ring matchup with Asuka and Jade Cargill. Who do I think will win? That's a tough one. The reason behind that is because Asuka just came back. Asuka could definitely win it. I don't necessarily see that being a bad thing if she were to win. The only thing is, where do we go from there? She doesn't necessarily have any heat with anybody, or anything like that. And She's just coming back from injury. The only thing I can see her do is probably go against Io Sky. Io Sky for Asuka, that would be dope. That would be amazing. Not gonna, not taking anything away from it. But Jade, on the other hand, has heat with Naomi. Now, Naomi doesn't necessarily have a title, but she has Money in the Bank. So, what you can do is pit Jade against whoever Naomi's going to go cash in against, whether it's Tiffany, which is more than likely going to be Tiffany, or whatever, and have them run a match, and then Naomi cashes in, and you have a triple threat in that aspect. I do believe Naomi needs to win the title soon, and not have a failed cash in. So that could be a way they could do it. But I also wouldn't mind seeing Asuka versus Io Sky. That would be a dope matchup, especially since Io Sky put, in my opinion, the match of the night at WrestleMania on night 2 when it was her, Bianca, and Rhea. So either way, I could see both outcomes being beneficial. But me personally, I would like to see Asuka win this one just to have that Asuka versus Io Sky matchup at SummerSlam. But again, let's see who 2K says will be the ultimate winner of this matchup and who will be crowned queen of the ring.
And honestly, guys, Jade Cargill has to be one of the most physically astonishing superstars I've seen in all my years here.
Looking for the win.
And she kicks out right away.
She probably didn't expect it to put her away there, but she's put her on notice.
Ooh, connects to the back of the neck. Ooh. What is this superstar going to do now?
Take a nap. Triangle. The triangle's it.
And the triangle. Oh, my goodness. Look at this power.
Sent right into the corner.
Nice. That'll either wake you up or knock you out.
Right on target with a stop to the gut.
Boot right to the throat. Corey, Asuka's always been one of the most intimidating superstars in WWE. How exactly do you combat the Empress of Tomorrow?
Cole, the key is to do your best to evade Asuka's strikes. That's the most dangerous weapon in her arsenal. You cannot let Asuka catch you with her fists or feet because she will knock you out and do so with a smile.
Down for the pin.
And she kicks out too soon for a cover.
Boom! Oh my gosh! With one hand!
I don't think people realize the amount of strength it takes to hurl someone like that.
Oof.
Kick right to the body.
Jade taking a step back and measuring her opponent.
Running knee! And it looks like Asuka was the one who wasn't ready for that attack.
Yeah, but she's not showing any signs of giving up.
Oh my God, what a crossbody! Straight into the pin. Strong kick out there.
Yeah, she probably knew that cover wouldn't do it.
Wow, what a kick.
And a kick to the back. Cargill steers clear of that. And a third.
How about Trace? Elbow drop.
Her legs are wobbling, but that's the least of her problems. Ooh, the release on the German suplex.
Just launched.
Ooh, well measured.
Pop kick. Pin. This could be it. No. Kick out at 2.
A long 2.5 in the waning moments of this match.
Delivers an axe handle. Pressing offense from Cargill.
Dave Cargill daring her opponent to get up. Not wanting to waste any more time, making it look easy. Jaded. Will Jade end this?
Taking advantage of the opportunity. 2 count. Shoulders up. Shoulders up.
Asuka with that warrior within, showing just how difficult it is to keep her down.
A big opportunity falling through their fingers. You've got to continue fighting and hope your next big move is the last one.
Asuka is looking beaten down, guys.
And in these situations, it's hard to not get desperate, to start going for Hail Mary plays.
Sliding in under the rope. She's back in the ring.
Uh-oh, could it be? Take down there! Is this it?
She fights her shoulder up before 1.
How does anyone have this much in them at this point?
Setting up for something here.
Launched into a roundhouse kick. Carefully placed stop to the arm.
And Asuka gets stopped in her tracks.
I think she's looking to end things here.
Setting them up, gonna hoist them up high.
All the way up and all the way down. Fall away slam. A nice kip up.
Making way towards the top rope.
No idea her opponent has her dead to rights here.
Blast off. Diving clothesline.
Narrowly escaping.
Arms trapped.
Now both arms trapped. The arms trapped. Not finding an easy way to get out of this one.
And she lets go of the hold.
Maybe she didn't like the lever.
Here's the pin. Will Cargill recover? Kick out. She still has life.
She just will not go away.
Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming. Rapid fire stomps to the back.
Oh, she has bad intentions now. Removing the turnbuckle pad.
She leaves the ring, but she can be counted out here.
Oof, worked right into the post.
Tossed back into the ring.
Ooh, what a forearm club.
A quick reversal from her. Coming back to her torso area. This could become a strategy. Oh, that uppercut.
Right off the tooth. Puts the boot to the midsection.
So ruthless.
Might have her shoulders down. Got it. No, just a 2.
Getting that shoulder up now is huge.
Jade Cargill lifts her opponent up. Look at the power.
Jaded.
There won't be any coming back for Asuka now. Cover. We have a cover.
2 count. And a win here tonight. That'll change her career.
Here is your winner,
Jade Cargill defeating the competition here tonight.
And Jade Cargill only continues to impress. Not just looking like a winner, but clearly being a winner.
I'm not surprised with this outcome. Again, I could see both outcomes. I wish it was Asuka, but I wouldn't be upset with this one just because of the storyline they've got going on right now with Naomi. It would be actually pretty fun to see a triple threat. And I'm sorry I keep bringing up triple threats, but it'd be fun to see a triple threat between herself, Naomi, and Bianca at some point in the future. But that is the second match. That is the Queen of the Ring final. And WWE 2K is guessing or saying that it's going to be Jade Cargill that comes out with the victory. So right now, match 1, I have it being the U.S. Championship with Solo coming out as a victor according to 2K. And then the second match is the Queen of the Ring final with Jade Cargill coming out with the victory once again according to 2K. So after that, I do believe we need to go ahead and put Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross right there in the middle of the night. Maybe see what comes of Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn. The one thing I will say also is I don't think this is the best night to bring back Karrion Kross. I know he has a lot of popularity, a lot of momentum behind him online, in social media aspect, and a lot of pull behind him. And I mean, I'm one of those people. I hope he gets a good match and gets televised more. And this isn't one of those where, all right, you're gonna have this match and then you're gone, you're released. But it's in Saudi Arabia. Not saying there aren't good fans in Saudi Arabia. Not saying there's people that aren't rooting for him over there. But I know there's a lot of people rooting for him over here in the States. But we'll see. We'll see. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe I just need to swallow my words. Maybe I don't even know what I'm talking about. So in that aspect, I hope I'm wrong. I do hope he also wins, just because it's been so long for him to be on a televised match. I don't think Sammy needs to win this one. I think with the role they're trying to, or not the role, but the storyline they're trying to push, where Sammy needs to tap into his bad side, his dark side, his heel side to kind of get the victory. I do believe with that aspect, or for that to happen, you need Karrion to win. And honestly, you need Karrion to win and then a rematch to follow. So that Sammy then does snap in that rematch. Or you have Karrion win and then Sammy just snaps at the end of the match. But either way, I do believe Karrion should win this match. But yeah, let's see who 2K says will win.
Karrion Kross is certainly one dangerous individual. Kross claims his power is so great he controls the hands of time.
The harbinger of doom lives in the shadows, Cole. Darkness is his ally. Kross patiently waits to unleash a wicked assault that makes your life hell.
Darkness has enveloped WWE because of this man. There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide from the sickening brutality of Karrion Kross.
And coming out of the other corner is Sami Zayn. You better recognize that Sami brings the fight and will make you believe.
If Sammy's heart is beating, he's got a chance. Whether you believe in Sammy's cause or not, you can't deny his unrelenting determination. He's dedicated his life to this business. Oh, man, that's like death by 1,000 cuts.
What a boot!
And big concern here is Sammy is bleeding profusely, guys. Double axe handle.
Zayn looking helpless to every attack.
Sammy has to wake up and ignore any distractions.
Stomp after stomp after stomp.
Now looking to do battle right here in front of us. Fisherman's Buster.
Gut wrench applied. Big time suplex. But there's more to come. A second gut wrench suplex.
That just reverberated throughout the entire building. Talk about making a statement.
Powerbomb.
A powerbomb like that will leave you with bruises and remind you of this moment for days.
Kross is looking to make his opponent fall in prey. How does one avoid that presumably unpleasant?
From the top. Able to slip out of that one. Setting up.
Nice suplex. Look at this, just stomp after stomp after stomp. And repeated impacts like that will weaken you mentally as much as it does physically.
Ah, look at this, just cranking it out. Cranking the head.
Stalking his prey, ready to strike.
Basement drop kick. And now Zayn, he might put him away here. Powering out at one.
He couldn't make much of that pin attempt. Oh, man, a little extra luster behind that kick.
And here we go.
The boss, way to power out of the Boston crowd.
And here we go.
Karrion finally creates some more offense for himself.
Good chance for Cross to gain his wits about him. Karrion Kross looking to deliver. Final trick. Does that finish Sami off?
Transitions to the cover.
But is it enough?
He kicked out at 2.
Oh, man, what a kick out. Sami Zayn remains one of the most tenacious superstars around.
That act of defiance is only going to provoke Karrion Kross.
Or pump handle coming.
Pump handle suplex. And he tosses him back in there.
Seated on their opponent, trapping their arms
To the back of the neck. That catches Kross looking.
taken down to the canvas.
This match has to be close to an end.
And his body has to be in extreme amounts of pain right now.
DDT! Talk about devastation.
Sami making the climb.
He's getting back up, but I don't think he's going to like what he finds.
Taking flight.
Diving Hurricane.
Whoa!
Submission time. Finds the ropes to force a break.
A prime example of why you need to know where you are at all times.
Wait, what's going on here?
Well, he's confused. And I guess he
Byron?
should be. Where is he?
Well, that's what we're all wondering right now, Michael. We got a match going on. This
Look out
music
from
is
behind!
There he is.
Carrying is down. Shoulders pinned. That'll do it. The victory tonight.
Here is your winner, Sami Zayn!
An emphatic win for Sami Zayn.
Cross isn't the type to forgive or forget, so let's not assume this is over.
I can see Sammy winning. I really can. But if they do that, then they just wasted all momentum of carrying Cross and wasted all the potential that he may have. And in my opinion, just wasted him potentially going heel or tapping into his darker side to start winning matches. Also, the interference wouldn't have been AOP, it would probably been Scarlett. But regardless of that fact, 2K says Sammy will win. Good for them. I hope 2K is not right, and I hope to God that this time it is Karrion Kross who gets the benefit of all of this. But yeah, so that's going to be the third match, right? So yeah, I have the United States Championship going first, and 2K said Solo's going to win that one. Then you have the Queen of the Ring final, and 2K saying Jade's going to come out victorious with that one. And then I have Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross as the third match, and 2K says Sami will win. So with that, I think here's the tricky part. Do we put the King of the Ring as the fourth match, or do we have Rhea Ripley be the fourth match? The reason behind it is because then whichever one isn't will be the co-main event. I think you might do the street fight. I think the street fight is what's going to happen next with Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez. So let's go ahead and put that one in there. I'm just going to do it as a no holds barred match. I do believe this is just thrown in there just because Liv Morgan's out. I don't know why they did it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do get Raquel was having a little bit of beef, and overall they were all having beef, her and Liv Morgan with Rhea Ripley. But it just doesn't make sense in my opinion. It really doesn't. I think it's just another match they wanted to add to make sure there was more content, I guess, or more than just one women's match on the card. But I think this is going to be an easy dub. The only way Rhea loses is through interference, which maybe you have Roxanne do it. But I think since they're trying to build tension within the Judgment Day, that may not happen. So the only person that may interfere is Dom, but even then, we'll see. But yeah, I think Rhea Ripley's going to go home with the victory on this one. Let's see if 2K agrees.
Buckle in, guys. This no-holds-barred match is now underway.
No rules, no limits. These superstars are ready to throw all caution to the wind. Watching this is going to be like watching a car crash.
Absolutely. It's going to be great.
Tossing them aside.
I honestly can't believe we just saw a human being tossed like that.
The leg toss. Working on the arm.
She sees her rising to her feet. This is her opportunity.
Rhea capitalizes there.
Mounting a downed opponent. Look at them go. Over and over and over again. And a slap for the exclamation point.
Nothing was being held back with each of those strikes.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
Uh-oh. Just a good old toss for the leg. Just a perfect mix of pure power and bad intentions.
Ooh! With the counter. Back into the ring she goes.
Check out this power in the corner. Driven down Snake Eyes. Hooked up.
Shin breaker.
Both arms captured. And vitriolic stomps.
And a quick pin attempt. Raises the shoulder.
Maybe she knew that wasn't going to put her away, but it definitely kept her down for a beat.
Rodriguez shows the wherewithal.
Oh, there's the response against Raquel. Heading to the outside now. And what need is there to go looking under the apron like this?
Has a bat now with the intent to make her opponent's head to baseball.
Oh!
Taking a moment to get pumped off of this crowd's incredible energy.
The powerhouse Raquel Rodriguez.
And Ripley felt every bit of that.
Two. No, she kicks out. She kicks out.
How on earth was Rhea Ripley able to kick out of that one?
Just barely is apparently the answer, but sometimes that's all shoulders down. She might have it.
A kick out at only one.
Right now, I just don't know what it's going to take. She turns that attack away.
Reversal into the Bulldog.
Sliding out of danger there.
Oh, this is not good at all. The pendulum backbreaker stretch.
Ripley averts the...
Down rounding the schoolboy, shoulders are down.
She kicks out with force.
Amazing.
Just look at the power of Rhea Ripley.
And driven down face first.
This could be it for Raquel. No, she kicks out.
She just dug down deep there, but I don't know if she'll be able to do it again.
Rhea Ripley looking to cinch in the prism trap.
The hold is just getting...
She submits. No way she could stay in that.
Here is your winner, Rhea Ripley.
And as the saying goes, what mommy wants, mommy gets.
Rhea Ripley really imposed her particular brand of brutality on Raquel Rodriguez in this one. It wasn't easy for her to keep Raquel Rodriguez down. So this win has to be extra satisfying for her.
To end it by submission is crazy. Not gonna lie, we're not used to submission endings nowadays in WWE. So that would be new. That would be a new finish. I wouldn't necessarily mind that whatsoever. But yeah, I'm glad 2K sided with me and had Rhea win this one. So yeah, that was what I believe will be the fourth match. Let's move on to the co-main event, or what I believe will be the co-main event, which will be Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Something we, I think, have been wanting for so long, ever since Cody came back, and obviously Randy's still in it. Now, granted, in my opinion, it would have been great to see them finally go against each other since Cody's return in a one-on-one fight for the title. But regardless, I think this is going to be entertaining. I think this is going to be good. I think you have the storyline for both. Honestly, you have Randy trying to, go against John Cena again for old time's sake, even though they've been saying, that was the last time and Backlash and whatnot. And you still also have Cody, who lost to John Cena at WrestleMania. So either way, you do have the storylines there. Cody did win the crown jewel last time it was in Saudi Arabia. I wouldn't necessarily see or put it past WWE of having him win it as well. But they're both two ultra popular superstars. So this is going to be a very, very tough match to call, and a tough match to kind of figure out who is going to win. But if I were to make a decision and choose who I believe will go on to fight John Cena at SummerSlam, especially now that SummerSlam is a 2-night event, I think you may have Cody Rhodes pull it out on this one. I think Cody Rhodes may actually go against John Cena in this bout or in SummerSlam. So I think Cody Rhodes is the option for that. Because if you were already titling Backlash as Randy Orton versus John Cena one last time, you should have done that, similar to them doing CM Punk versus John Cena one last time. Then let's move on. You can still have him go against Cody. By all means, have him go against Cody and then still beat Cody if you want with, again, interference, which I hope to God they don't. Travis Scott does not need to be the interference. Again. But, there could be storyline there if that were to be the case. Him going against Randy, or John Cena going against Randy Orton again, I think you just do it because of the insane popularity that these two superstars have, the history they have, and maybe because that last match at Backlash actually was pretty good. But we'll see. Again, I think the winner will be Cody Rhodes, but let's see who 2K says will win.
When it comes to WWE's Apex Predator, Randy Orton's not about admiring how far he's come, but focused on what he still wants to accomplish.
Randy Orton somehow continues to get better, continues to stay hungry, Cole. He's found a higher gear we've never seen before.
The Viper has his sights set on reaching the top of the food chain. Staying there.
Taking on Cody Rhodes. Big move followed up with a pin attempt. Clearly hoping for an early end to this one. Uh-oh. Dropping the elbow right on the knee.
That's what they call me, the hot shot.
And he now slides back into the ring.
Locking up with the collar and elbow. Being pushed aside and forced into the corner.
Locking up with one another.
Oh, boy, making a statement with that shot.
Randy Orton's had quite the lengthy and decorated career. Corey, do you get the sense that the Viper has become somewhat jaded at this point?
No way, Cole. Orton's just as determined and hungry.
And that'll put an abrupt end to his little one-man show. Clothesline! Off with their head. Finds the roll of it.
Rope break, too close to the ropes.
He gets back into the ring.
Drop kick hits hard, lands harder.
Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the official's count.
And slamming their opponent's face to the canvas. They're getting a little too close for my comfort, guys. Sent into the stairs. That'll stop anybody.
Cody looking to attack from above.
And hold on, are we looking at the prelude to the end of it all? The top rope, missile drop kick on point.
Rhodes has become relentless.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes is clearly in control.
Springboard drop kick.
Now shoulders down.
Here we go. Not yet.
Oh, look at the start of this. Could be going into the playbook for submission.
Oh, it's locked in. Just excruciating pain. There's...
Oh, man, that was a thing of beauty. Right into a snapmare.
Orton lining up his opponent carefully.
Oh!
Precision knee drop.
Cody's heart being put to a test now.
Yeah, Orton showed there that he still hasn't lost his predatory instinct.
Crank in the hedge.
Oh!
And a stomp to the gut.
Measuring. Oh, face stomp. And avoids taking any damage. DDT by Orton.
Orton remaining so poised in the heat of battle. The Viper's lined up his prey. We know what's next. And that may end the American Nightmare.
There's two. Wow, just barely making it out.
The never-ending fight in Cody Rhodes, absolutely undeniable right now.
And this match is still not over. Orton is seething at that kick out. And Cody's resolve might be wavering here.
Yeah, Orton's definitely on the hunt now. Prey in his sight, and he's not letting go.
Even more offense hitting Orton there, and it's adding up.
Yeah, but this far into the match, you can't help but be impressed by the relative resilience.
Cody looking for the win.
Crossroads. Rhodes just turned the lights out. And then quickly the cover.
Two. No way. No way.
Talk about a close count. But the Viper is still in the fight.
Disbelief on the face of the American Nightmare. What's he going to have to do to put this away?
Springboard disaster kick finds the mark. Orton always has an answer, a plan. He needs to find that right now. Clothesline stops that move in its tracks.
Orton dropping his opponent with clothesline. Ducks out of the way. Snap power slam by the Viper. The devastating Orton stop. With the stomp.
Middle rope forearm on point.
He's struggling to stay in this thing.
Yeah, he's absolutely in danger of losing.
KO out of nowhere.
Serious jeopardy for him.
Into the cover.
One of his decisive victory for Randy Orton. Incredible.
Here is your winner, the Viper, Randy Orton.
And Orton gets the win and the bragging rights.
The Viper had his eyes on the prize, and he struck when the time was right. Of course things ended his way.
Well, again, I wouldn't be overtly upset with this victory just because I love Randy. Randy's one of my favorite all-time wrestlers. But again, story-wise, it wouldn't make sense for him to go against John Cena again. Again, just ruining the tagline of one last time between him and John from their moment in Backlash. I think John has a ton of other opponents that he could have, especially since we're starting to get to the thin of it. We're about to enter July. That means 5-ish more months left of John Cena's time in WWE, unless he goes back on his word, and which would be the heel move, but I doubt he will, to prolong his career a little bit longer just to get to WrestleMania 42. But with only 5 months left and so little dates and matches left that John Cena will have, I don't think running it back with Randy Orton would be the right move. But yeah, that's the 5th match, or the co-main event, or what I believe would be the co-main event. Would be Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for King of the Ring final, and 2K says it'll be Randy who comes out with the dub. So now it's time for the main event. The main event of John Cena versus CM Punk for the WWE Undisputed Championship. This one I do believe should be, in my opinion, pretty clear cut as to who's going to win. I think it's going to be John Cena. I do see the appeal, or do see why CM Punk could win, in the sense like it could ruin that. He's fighting for the fans, fighting to see and make sure that, John Cena doesn't ruin wrestling at the end of the day, and doesn't take the title with him when he retires. So I do see that as well. But regardless of that, I think John Cena is going to continue this just because it is his last year. If he were to drop it, I don't think it'll be at this PLE. I think it's either going to be at his very last PLE that he'll take part of in December, whatever that may be. It'll be either there at Survivor Series in November or in SummerSlam. Those are the 3 biggest ones that I would say, just because SummerSlam and Survivor Series are one of the big 4 that WWE has. And then, his last match could be the one that he just drops it. I don't think it'll be at a smaller PLE like Night of Champions. But you never know. I could be wrong, because they also had CM Punk versus John Cena for this particular PLE, when they could have saved that as a marquee matchup for SummerSlam as well. So we'll see how this goes. I do believe John Cena is going to win this one, but let's see what 2K says. But yeah.
When brands emerge in WWE, you get a title match like this. The Undisputed Championship is on the line, ladies and gentlemen.
And undisputed is the operative word here. There will be no doubt that the winner here is one of the best in the business.
Maneuvers out of that to gain some control of their own. Able to get out of it and drown things with a headlock.
Clean knee to the face.
Oh, big mistake, and that error could be costly.
And they tie up with a collar and elbow.
Transitioning right into the wrist lock.
And this top wrist lock will slow the pace.
Oh! The early quick cover, tied it on the line.
He gets the shoulder up before 3.
Really taking the lion's share of the 3 count there.
Good golly, what a knee. John Cena not looking so at home after taking that hit.
Yeah, watching CM Punk aggressively work the opposition.
Carefully placed stomp to the arm.
Cena is unable to stop this string of offense.
Cena looking stuck as Punk keeps the hits coming.
Up and, oh, knee right to the spine.
Ooh.
Whip back into the ring.
Nicely done, snap suplex.
So quick. Top rope. Elbow drop from the top. The champ is pinned. We might have a new champion here. Kick out. How? CM Punk looking to put his opponent over. Uh-oh. Punk never saw that coming. And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
Punk is just doing what he pleases.
Oh, look at this. Just cranking the head. That's got to hurt. Cranking the head.
Ooh, treading all over their opponent. He is trying to get up, but it is not going well. Getting set up in the corner now.
He's able to counter that.
Cena doing what he can to halter the beatdown.
Cena's never give up attitude, shining through once again.
Alley-oop. On the top rope now.
What more can this superstar do? Reaching deep into the arsenal. This could end the entire match.
From the top floor.
Superplex. The challenger unable to stay out of harm's way.
Cena's offensive wherewithal was on point.
Being carried around now.
Strong elbows right on the mark.
Uh-oh. Has to find a way out of this.
Guys, look at the eyes. This could be a precursor to an end.
Clothesline. That was amazing. Stomping away and then a knee right to the throat. Ascending the ropes.
Take off.
Diving splash from the top. Incredible impact.
Punk looking to finish this with the Anaconda Vice. Cinching in the Anaconda. Kneeing his way out. And he's free.
Cena. Look at this power. Onto his shoulder. Altitude adjustment.
Perfect execution by the champion.
Elbow drop.
Listen to this place. The WWE Universe erupting for the
Knuckle shuffle. Classic John Cena. John Cena looking to close this thing out. S.T. Whoa, wait a second. What a counter. The fireworks just keep coming from Cena and Punk.
Two of the...
Punk looking for GTS.
GTS from Punk.
Are we headed towards a title change?
2. There it is. The champ has fallen. championship with it.
This is the kind of moment you dream about as a competitor. Bravo to him.
I am shocked. I thought for sure it would be John Cena that would win it. It'd be again. I already said that it wouldn't be as shocking if CM Punk won. Just because I do understand, John Cena does have to drop it at some point, and it would be pretty cool to drop it to somebody you had a long time rival with. But I don't think this will be the PLE for it. If it does actually happen, that will be a total and tremendous shock. But yeah, there you guys have it. That is WWE 2K25 Night of Champions Sim. Remember that just a little recap of all the matches and the order and who 2K said was going to win it all. The first match that I said was going to be the United States Championship with Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa, with Solo winning that one according to 2K. Then the second match was going to be the Queen of the Ring with Jade Cargill, according to 2K, winning that one. Then the third match was Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. 2K had Sami winning that one. The fourth match was Raquel versus Rhea Ripley in the street fight. Rhea Ripley's going to win that one according to 2K and myself. Thankfully, that was one that we kind of were the same on. The co-main event is going to be the King of the Ring final with Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. And 2K has Randy winning that one. And we just played what is going to be the main event of John Cena versus CM Punk, with 2K saying CM Punk is going to dethrone John Cena at Night of Champions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, comment down below. What are your predictions? What are you expecting out of Night of Champions? Hit subscribe because it definitely helps the channel out when you do so, if you haven't already. And turn that notification bell on so you get notified whenever a new video drops onto the channel. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and truly enjoy Night of Champions in real life and watch the PLE, as I will be doing the same. All right, you guys, till next time.